Hi, I'm Alan, and this is a video. Good morning, everyone. So I get this question a lot, right? Every single day on my streams, in my comment section on YouTube, I get, yo, Aeon, how do you stay motivated to play GD as much as you do? How do you stay motivated to play Geometry Dash? How do you avoid burnout? What do I do to stay motivated to play the game? And I am here to give you guys the most factually accurate way and formula to stay this. No, it's not a factually accurate formula, but I'm going to try and give my best tips and tricks on how to stay motivated, because I do feel like there are distinct ways to go about this. I have tips for creators, I have tips for players, and yeah, that's basically all there are. You're either a creator or a player. There's no in between. Anyway, let's start with player, because that's obviously where I am myself. I want to touch in like all the different communities: star grinders, demon slayers, challenge players, and so on and so forth. So anyway, let's start off with my forte, which is demon slayers. For demon slayers, the number one thing to avoid is big jumps. And hear me out. I know you're gonna say, oh, but Space UK, oh, but Doggy, oh, but wolves. Yes, they exist. I am fully aware of that. They are anomalies. When I say don't do big jumps, I mean if you're going to do something like Windy Landscape and jump to Bloodbath, or maybe even harder than Bloodbath, a lot of the time what happens is that you are going to set yourself a goal of beating Bloodbath. You're going to work towards beating Bloodbath for potentially months, and then once you've completed Bloodbath, you will have that sensation of you've just completed a video game, or you've just completed a TV series that you really enjoyed, and you're going to feel that emptiness. You've worked towards your ultimate goal for months now, and you've finished that. What are you going to do next? A lot of the time people don't know what they're going to be doing next, and that is going to hurt them in the long run. When I did Subsonic back in 2017, that was like my big ultimate goal. I wanted to do Subsonic. I wanted to finish the Sonic series, and I did that. After I did Subsonic, I did not do a lot of extremes anymore, even though that was a top 5 at the time. I had the potential to be a top 10 player, but I just didn't, because I wanted to beat that single level, and I didn't care about beating other levels after that, because why would I? Why should I? So doing these big jumps is going to leave you with that little sense of emptiness, and you're going to end up feeling really demotivated because of that. So avoid doing those big jumps, simply because you are going to end up feeling demotivated, because you just don't have anything more to do. You're done. Instead, what I like doing is I set myself like huge unachievable goals when it comes to extremes. Like, I don't want to beat this level. I don't want to beat that level. I want to beat 100 extremes. My current goal for GD, as like other than like demon count, is I want to one day have 100 extreme demons completed. As more of get released, that is easier and easier to achieve, obviously. But I also like just challenging myself, so I also beat hard stuff. But I never beat a hard level with the intent of I want to beat exactly that level. That's not my end goal. My end goal is the 100 extreme count. Sure, there are levels, like milestone levels, that I want to do. Like, I wanted to do Yatagarasu for a long time, so I completed Yatagarasu. But Yatagarasu was never like an end-all be-all goal for me. The end goal is going to be 100 extremes. The day I hit 100 extremes, I'll have other abstracts that I want to work towards, such as I want to have 200 insane demons, I want to have 2,000 demons, so on and so forth. So don't be like, oh, I want to beat this level. Say, I want to beat X amount of that difficulty, because that's going to be a much more long-term goal. For instance, say that my ultimate goal would be Visible Ray, and I work towards Visible Ray. I can sit down right now, play Visible Ray for probably 4 months maybe, depending on how hard I grind it, and once I complete it, I'm done. But if I do the exact same with Visible Ray right now, but my goal was never to beat Visible Ray, but it was to complete 100 extremes, I would now have 27 extreme demons completed, I would have another 73 extreme demons to complete, and I would have a long ass time left before I would be done. But if my goal was to beat Visible Ray, and I would have beaten Visible Ray, I would be done. Understood? Good. You can have small subsets of goals within what you do, like beat the Sonic series, or if you want to beat the RGB, or if you want to beat the Cybernetic Trilogy, AADDCC, that's completely fine. Have small subsets as well. I have small subsets, like I want to do Hurricane, Tornado, Cyclone. So you can have small subsets like that, but don't make your main goal to beat X level. That is never smart. Same goes for challenges. If you are a challenge list player or just a challenge player, don't be like, oh, I want to beat this specific challenge. Be more like, oh, I want to beat 10 of the top 50 hardest challenges or something like that. I don't know much about the list or challenges, so I can't really say much about that. But same goes for that. Don't be specific, I want to beat this exact level, because once you beat that level, you are going to feel done with the game, which is a feeling that is not necessarily a good thing with GD, as it's a game that just never ends. Same with star grinding. Do like Cool Dash, just say, I want to beat every single rated level, grind out every single rated level. He's up to all insane demons, he just has extreme demons left. Do something like him if you want to do that, or like, be like, oh, I want to hit 150,000 stars. There's like 2 people in the world who has 150,000 stars. You're not going to reasonably get there in a short amount of time. You're going to have to grind your ass off for it. But it's so far into the future that at the point that you have 150,000 stars, you could just very well be done, because you've probably invested like 10,000 hours into the game. You've got your $4 back, that's for sure. God damn. Now, over to creators. I want to discuss creators and creator growth for a second, because I see this a lot. As you guys know, I have 39 creator points. I've created in the past, and I've created a lot. I have a lot of collabs that I've been in. My most recent level was Taken with Heinz, which was released in 2.0, I think. Yeah, 2.0. I've had rated levels in every update from 1.7 to 2.0. And creating in my most idealistic way is that you should create idealistically and not materialistically. What I mean about that is, don't work towards abstract goals like, oh, I want to hit X amount of creator points. Now, hear me out. I know what you're going to say, but Aeon, you said for players, you should work towards getting X amount of demons, X amount of extreme demons, X amount of stars, so on and so forth. And yes, I did say that. However, creator points are such an abstract measurement that you can't control it. You cannot say, oh, I'm going to get 50 creator points, because you do not know if you're going to ever be able to hit 50 creator points. And you can get a burnout out of lack of success. Because unlike beating an extreme demon, if I beat an extreme demon, I know I will get an extreme demon completed. That is an objective fact. If I complete an extreme, that is an extreme demon I have beaten that will stay. Sure, you can say, oh, but something like Cataclysm or something like Accu could be demoted to Insane Demon. Yes, that is true. That is a very valid argument to make. However, extreme demons, as it stands, if you beat an extreme demon that is currently rated in the game, you can say, I've beaten an in-game rated extreme demon. That's just how it is. You can create the greatest level of all time, and there is a chance it might not be rated. So if you're going to be creating, do not create for materialistic rewards such as getting creator points, because that is going to lead to burnout. Not just because you're going to get tired of mass producing levels to get creator points, but also because you're going to end up feeling a lack of success if you do not get creator points for the levels you create. If you've made 5 levels in a row, all of them get creator points, and then suddenly you upload a level and it doesn't get rated, you're going to feel a massive feeling of failure, which is going to haunt you like really, really hard. That shit's going to hurt like a motherfucker, right? So don't create because you want creator points. This is the only time I will say do not create for the sole purpose of getting a measurement on it. Create for the idea. Now what I mean by that is, like, take Crone for instance, or Karma L, or Para, or Viles. People like that. People who create very interesting, unique levels that are always really cool. Heather Hayes as well, where they just have an idea, they execute that idea, and then they upload the level for other people to enjoy. They don't really necessarily care about getting creator points or anything. They do because they're talented creators and they have a name out there, so they're obviously going to be able to get creator points for it. But for you out there at home, just have an idea, try and execute it as well as you can, and just create because you like creating in Geometry Dash as an artistic medium, which is another video that I want to do one day. Create your levels because you think that level is a cool idea and you want to share it with the world. If you only periodically create because, oh, I have an idea, perfect. You don't have to create every single day. Sure, you might have to create pretty frequently just to keep up on top of your skill, or if just create to enjoy it, but never create because you have an end goal of getting creator points. That is not healthy. Nasgub has a really good tweet on this. I will probably link that in the description. where he talks about why creator points are awful and why they're a detriment to most creators' mental health. And I think it's a very, very important thing to look at, because unlike stars, demons, and so on, it is not a measurement that can be guaranteed. So create because you have a cool idea, not because of that. So to have a little summary, don't do big jumps, don't have small goals, don't work towards abstracts or specific levels, work towards big unachievable goals, create for the idea and for your own enjoyment, create because you just have fun, play because you have fun, and have goals that you can realistically not reach within a few years. And don't play too much. If you don't have fun after 2 hours, don't play for more than 2 hours. Play the game until you don't have fun anymore for the day, and then come back when you want to play the game again. Don't feel forced to play ever. Anyway, if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for 54,000 subs. Talk to you guys later. Remember to eat your greens. Goodbye, everybody.